welcome to one of my 52 weeks of personal growth videos. This week is week 25, so we're almost halfway through the year now, which is just crazy. This week has been a very good week to me, and on Monday I got back from Melbourne, which you would know if you watched my last video, which was a great weekend. And then that day I had a picnic with some of my friends and I was organising my room and stuff like that. I worked every day this week. I went to the movies and out for dinner, and on Thursday I watched the Denmark vs Australia soccer game, which was pretty cool. And on Friday I had a meeting with my bank, which was very exciting because I discussed so many different things with them. I was there for several hours and it was so good. They set up different accounts for me and we did a lot of calculations and set up a savings plan for me and all of these things, which I love doing. I'm probably going to go there every 6 months or so. I went there when I first arrived to Australia and I learned so much, and again I learned so much, and it's free. I'm sure most banks do it. I would honestly really recommend it. And I went out Saturday night and I saw my family and everything like that. So overall it was a very good week. Also, I just wanted to make a quick disclaimer with these videos. I really don't want them to come across as advice videos or videos where it's just me talking about myself or boasting about my life or anything like that. That's definitely not the purpose of these videos. I don't want them to be taken as advice, because all these videos are, to me anyways, is like telling you what I have learnt. Whether it's right or wrong doesn't matter. It's just what I've interpreted from the things I've experienced throughout the week. And I want these videos to look back on to see how much I've grown and changed within a year. So I'm fully aware I'm only 20 years old, so if I'm sitting here talking about relationships, being like, I've learnt you should do this and you shouldn't do this, that's just what I've learned. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I am aware there are people, adults even, like people a lot older than me, watching my videos and probably thinking, she can't sit here and talk about relationships when she's only been in one, or something like that. It's purely because I'm very passionate about self-growth, self-love and relationships, not because I've had experience with it. So it's just something I'm very passionate about learning. Like, I do lots of research on it, I'm planning on studying about it, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, not advice videos, just a way to look back on what someone has learned over a year. So, and I've really enjoyed it. Like, I've been doing a bit of recapping on it. That's why I'm now giving this disclaimer, because next week will be the halfway mark. And there's been ups and downs with whether I feel like filming these videos or not, but I don't want to give up. I've started it, I set myself the challenge, now I'm going to finish it. And next year I probably won't do it, just because it is quite a bit of invasion of privacy, but that's why I've cut down back on what I talk about. Like, I don't talk about people or anything like that. Just I try and stick to just what I've learned, and then a few highlights of what I've done throughout the week if I think it's going to be relevant for what I talk about. But yeah, I think next year I'll do these videos, but I won't put them on YouTube, because for me it's a form of journaling, but just verbally, and I like that. I do journal as well, but I like being able to just express how I'm feeling in the moment. It's a little faster than journaling, so I think I will do it, but I'll just keep it to myself, and then I can go in a lot more depth, because I do have to be careful with what I say online. But I feel like people can take things from these videos, or I wouldn't do it at all, because I think it's very cool to be able to see how someone's feeling and what they're thinking and doing, because I don't know, I just find it would be interesting. I got this idea from watching someone else do it, but they did it every day, and I thought it was very cool to see what she learned and her progress and how her mind changed. It makes you feel like you're not alone, and you know, people go through things too, and I just wanted to spread awareness about that. Anyways, that's my disclaimer over. Overall, a very good week. And what I learnt, so I actually came across a video earlier in the week about relationships, and it was talking about how space and relationships are really important, and it was such an eye-opener for me. And because now I know sort of where I went wrong in my past relationship and what I can do to avoid that in my future relationship, which is very important to me, that I don't make the same mistakes twice, or mistakes. And it was very cool. It was pretty much saying, I'll actually leave a link to it below because I think people should watch it, but it was saying that love is when two people are together, and desire is creating space between them, between the two people. And I think if you spend, you know, every waking moment with the person you love, the desire will eventually fade away because you're not getting that time apart, and that's why time apart is so important. And desire, yeah, when you are apart, it allows that to grow, and then you get excited to see that person, and it doesn't fade away or get too much, like, too routine-y or anything like that. And I'm very happy I learnt this because, yeah, it's important that I'm constantly improving in my relationships with people. And in the video he was talking about logic and emotion, and how, you know, emotion will be telling you, you need to spend every waking moment with this person, never leave their side, be with them all the time because you love them, whatever. And then logic is like your sort of like little wing woman, he was saying, that like slows you down a bit and saying, hey, maybe you should just have a night's break and go do your own thing and then come back and see your partner tomorrow or something like that. And I think although emotion is definitely important, because obviously you do need to listen to the logic as well, because the logic isn't like an evil thing. It's pretty much just helping you to get what you want, and that is to stay in the relationship. Whereas emotion, it will eventually overdo it if you're not listening to the logic side of things at all, and then you could potentially lose the relationship. I hope that makes sense. So I thought that was very cool. And he was also just saying, like, pretty much you don't want to lose yourself in a relationship. You want to keep doing your passions and your goals and have all your interests, because that's what your partner was attracted to you, like, about in the first place. So I thought that was very cool. It's very important you don't lose yourself in a relationship. Obviously, yeah, some things have to give. You can't remain like using the same amount of time on everything when you get into a relationship, because some of that time has to go onto the partner. But you shouldn't lose the things you love just because you're in a relationship. So I just feel like a changed person, because I know, like, where I have been going wrong, I've been listening too much to my emotion in the past and not so much on the logic, because I knew what was right but I wasn't necessarily doing it. So now I just feel like I'm like, I've learned a lot. And something that is very big happening today actually is I am moving out of home. This is my last day in where I'm living right now. Oh, and by the way, this video is from the 18th to the 24th of June, and today's the 25th, and I'm moving out of home. Very, very excited. So it's all a new chapter for me. I've met some new people this week. I've got a lot of plans coming up, and I'm just very excited. I feel like everything is just new and fresh, and it's very exciting. I will leave the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!